Yesterday, we told you about how a Marquette sandwich shop, Chicago Beefs, announced it was set to close its doors less than a year after they opened. Until next Friday, it's in the basement of the Masonic Center, which owner Mike Glenn admits has been a challenging location. When we stopped by after we saw Glenn's post, we found several customers already making the trip to visit one last time and learned while it may be the end of an era for Chicago Beefs, it's not the end of their story. UP's Skylar Perkins explains.
If we could only say one thing about Chicago Beefs owner Mike Glenn, it's that he's passionate about serving good food.
The smiles that it puts on people's faces. I ask people all over there, hey, how's your sandwich? And a lot of times I don't get answers in English. I get rolled eyes and big smiles.
His only problem? Well, it's that there's probably a good chance you have no idea where you can buy it from him. Last July, Glenn opened up shop in the basement of the Masonic Square in downtown Marquette. Before then, he'd run locations in Baraga and Houghton, but now, after 8 months of hard work, he's got to close his doors again.
I'm here 90 to 100 hours a week. I've never had less money or less sleep in my life.
But now the landlord is telling him he's got about a week to throw in the towel. And while it's not necessarily what he wants to hear, Glenn says the landlord has been in his corner and doing their best to help him succeed.
Those awesome people actually loaned me the money to get my permit and some final expenses just to be able to get open.
But even with their help, some challenges are just too tough to overcome.
I just haven't had enough customers to sustain the static bills. Can't pay the rent.
Now, Glenn shared that news around 3 on Wednesday, and by 4, sandwich fans were already flocking into the bowels of the Masonic Center for one last taste.
They got the best beef sandwich around.
We're either going to come here or go to the island that just opened, and I pulled up Facebook, saw they were closing, so I knew that we had to come to Chicago Beefs one last time.
And that last guy? Well, it's more than the beef that he appreciates.
He helped me out with a fundraiser for me to get an organ transplant. I think he donated up to like $100 or $200 or something. It was a substantial amount.
It's a bittersweet time for Italian beef fans in the area, but before we left Glenn, he let us in on a secret. It's a deal for a new Marquette location that's still in the works.
Is it going to be another Chicago beef spot?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, definitely. Another beef spot. I've got somebody
Is it going to be ground level?
No, not in the, ground level. Yeah, street level. Street level, 3rd Street level.
I like that.
In Marquette, I'm Skylar Perkins for MyUP News.